Hello everybody, this session is going to be on conduction system of heart. So first, heart has an inherent ability of contracting and relaxing by their own. That is, the heart cells that is called cardiac myocytes. They have an inherent ability to contract and relax by their own, which is called autorhythmicity. That is, they generate their own impulse to conduct and relax. Now each myocardium can contract and relax. The atrial myocardium contract and relax in more frequency than ventricular myocardium. But heart as a whole contracts and relax in a systematic manner. This is due to the impulse creation by some specialized cells, which is then conducted through the whole heart by some special conduction cells. So we can say that conduction system of heart grossly have three types of cells. Firstly, the nodal cells, which creates the impulse. Secondly, the conductional cells or the conduction cells, which conducts or radiates the impulse through the heart, and the Purkinje fibers or Purkinje cardiomyocytes, which radiates or conducts this impulse to the cardiomyocytes. Now this myogenic rhythm is mainly produced by the SA node or the sinoatrial node. Myogenic rhythm because the rhythm is created by the myocytes, cardiomyocytes. So the rhythm of heart is can be called myogenic rhythm. Now sinoatrial node or the SA node is the main part of conduction system of heart. It is called the pacemaker of heart because the rhythm at which heart beats, that rhythm is set by this node, by sinoatrial node. Usually this node creates impulse at a rate of 70 to 80 per minute, 80 impulses per minute. So let's see its position. So first, its shape is crescent shaped. It is elongated shaped structure which is situated along the anterior lateral aspect of junction between superior vena cava and right atrial appendage. The structure, the measurement of sinoatrial node is 15 into 5 mm on average. Now the sinoatrial node, the special cells of sinoatrial node, it does not occupy the full thickness of myocardium, the full thickness of cardiac wall. It is situated subpericardially, that is just beneath the pericardium. Now the structure is SA node is composed of two types of cells: central small round pacemaker cells which produce the impulse, and second is the adjacent cell which carry out the impulse, which is created by these P cells. And the SA node is centrally pierced by a large artery which is called SI nodal artery or sinus nodal artery. The SA node also has head, body and tail, from which 5 to 8, almost 5 to 8 on average digitations occurs, which radiates towards superior vena cava, towards the subepicardium and towards the Christia terminalis, which we have discussed in the anatomy of right atrium. So this is the position of sinoatrial node or SA node between the junction of SVC, superior vena cava, and right atrial appendage. This is the main cell which creates the rhythm of heartbeat or heart rate, which is generally the 70 to 80 beats per minute or 70 to 80 impulses per minute. Next, next the most important nodal cell is AV node. But from SA node to AV node, the impulses that is generated by the SA node is conducted to AV node by the nodal pathways. Three nodal pathways: tract of Bachmann, tract of Wenckebach, and tract of Thorel. AV node can also generate impulse by their own, but the rate of generation of AV node is much lower than SA node, and usually the impulse that is generated by the SA node suppress the AV nodal impulse, and usually in a normal human being, the rhythm of whole heart is set by this SA node. That is why it is called the pacemaker of heart. Next we will see the internodal pathways. Once impulse is created by the SA node, then it is carried towards the AV node to the AV node through internodal pathways, as I mentioned earlier. So it is considered that there are three internodal tracts or three internodal pathways, that is tract of Bachmann, tract of Wenckebach, and tract of Thorel. They are usually special type of cells, usually Purkinje type, which carries the impulse from SA node to AV node, but there is no evidence that these tracts are insulated from the working myocardium as occurs in ventricular conduction pathways. Next is the AV node. So now the impulse has been carried from the SA node through internodal pathways to the AV node. So now we'll see the AV node or atrioventricular node. And this was the previous name, the atrioventricular node. Now it is called atrioventricular junction. Now, why it is called atrioventricular junction? Because it has been clearly established that this is a junctional tissue which only transits the impulse from the atrial myocardium to the ventricular myocardium. It creates a junction between atrium and the ventricle. So this is now called atrioventricular junction sorry, which is actually composed of three distinct parts again. These are namely atrio-nodal region connecting internodal tract and the atrio-nodal region or AN region. It connects the internodal tract and the nodal part, that is the AV node proper. Next part is the nodal part, nodal region or AV node proper. And the third part is the nodal His region, from where the bundle of His occurs. Nodal His region. So this is the three parts of AV node. That is, first the atrio-nodal region, where the internodal tracts connects with AV node or AV junction. Next is the nodal region or AV node proper, and third one is the nodal His region, from where the bundle of His occurs. Now the position and the shape of AV node, it is oblique half oval structure located at atrial component of muscular AV septum, atrioventricular septum, and it is separated from ventricular musculature by insulating tissues of atrioventricular groove. Again, AV node is subendocardium, or SA node was subpericardial and AV node is subendocardial. Now the anatomical landmark, this was Again, this was discussed in anatomy of right atrium. The anatomical landmark of AV node, that is the triangle of Koch, which is denoted by first the attachment of septal leaflet of tricuspid valve inferiorly, ostium of coronary sinus basally, and tendon of Todaro superiorly. Now, what is the function of AV node? It forms the electrical junction between atria and ventricular musculature. Now, without this junctional action, AV node can also create impulse by their own, but the rate of creation of impulse by AV node is much lower than SA node. So usually those impulse which is created by AV node is suppressed by the impulses from SA node. Now here a significant delay occurs, which is called nodal delay. This is a very important phenomenon called nodal delay. The delay which occurs at AV node, that is, it transits the impulse generated by AC node after a convenient delay, which is 40 millisecond, or for easing to remember it easily, you can say 0.1 second. Now, what is the function of this nodal delay? Now, this nodal delay, due to this nodal delay, this allows both the atrium to contract and empty all its content into the ventricle before the ventricle contracts. In the cardiac cycle, in next videos, in some other videos where we will study the cardiac cycle, we will see the last part of atrial contraction for 0.1 second is rapid ejection phase. So during this phase ventricular ejection cannot occur because of this nodal delay. The last phase of atrial ejection, that is rapid ejection phase, is also the length of that ejection phase is 0.1 second because of this nodal delay. Next, we will see how the impulse is carried from the AV node to the ventricular musculature through bundle of Higgs and Purkinje fibers. Now, the impulse which was created by SA node has travelled through the three tracks, tract of Beckman, Winckler and Thorel to AV node, and after a transient delay of 0.1 second or 40 millisecond, then it will be passed through the bundle of Higgs into the ventricular myocytes. Now, what is bundle of Higgs or atrioventricular bundle? So it originates from nodal Higgs region. We have discussed that three regions, AV node has three regions, the last one of which was the nodal Higgs region, from where the bundle of Higgs were appearing, and it conducts impulse to the ventricles. Now it proceeds along the right side of the interventricular septum. This is the interventricular septum, and it proceeds along the right side of the interventricular septum, and at the junction of muscular and membranous septum. We all know that the upper part of interventricular septum is thin membranous septum and the lower part is thick muscular septum. So at the junction of muscular and membranous septum, it gives off a thick bundle which is called left bundle or LBB. This left bundle, and after that it itself continue as right bundle branch or RBB and supply the right ventricle. Now the left bundle branch is also called crus sinistrum, and the right bundle branch is also called crus dextrum. Right bundle branch is narrow and left bundle branch is thick comparatively. Then left bundle branch pierces the septum and reaches the left side of the heart and divides into two fascicles or two hemibundles, anterior and posterior, and which first surrounds the papillary muscles and then curve back subendocardially to distribute all parts of the ventricle. The principal branches of the bundle are insulated from the surrounding myocardium by sheaths of connective tissue. As I mentioned earlier, in these three tracts, we have seen that there was no prominent insulation, but in case of ventricular tract, there is prominent insulation by sheath of connective tissue. Next is the Purkinje system. Purkinje system is a highly specialized network of myocardial cells of large diameters than normal working cardiomyocytes, which is usually 5 to 6 times larger than normal cardiac myocytes. It is an extensive network of these specialized cells under the endocardium in both ventricles that transmit impulse to working myocardial cells. So, as a gross we can say impulse is created in the SA node. From SA node through three bundles, impulse is conducted to the AV node. Here a nodal delay occurs from AV node. Then impulse is radiated through the bundle branches, left bundle branch and right bundle branch. Left bundle branch again have two branches, anterior and posterior, which is also called hemibundles or fascicles, and then this impulse is carried into the working cardiac myocytes from bundle branches by the Purkinje system, which is a specialized myocardial cells, which are specialized myocardial cells. Now we can see the impulse is conducted to the apex before it reaches the ventricular wall. So the contraction starts from the apex in a systematic way, so that both the ventricles ejects into the aorta and the pulmonary trunk. So this is all about the conduction system of heart, and I am ending this session here, and thank you, goodbye and stay.